Hello everybody, I hope you're doing well. This is Joël Brierre, founder of Tandava and co-founder of 5. That's 5-MeO DMT Information and Vital Education. I wanted to hop on with you all real quick. A lot of you have been reaching out to me asking about this recent Eli Lilly acquisition of Atai Beckley and their 5-MeO DMT clinical program that is phase 3 ready. Well, I just wanted to share a little bit of kind of high-level information. Let's start with the history. Beckley Psytech is really where this all started. They were founded in 2019, and over around 3 funding rounds, they raised around $140 million. That's including an $80 million Series B in, I think it was 2021. Well, they were later acquired by Atai Life Sciences. This started with a $50 million strategic investment in 2023 or 2024, and then it wrapped up in a full acquisition last year. I think they ended up valuing Beckley Psytech around, what was it? $390 million, and I believe it was an all-share deal. And Atai Life Sciences, they were founded in 2018. They raised $360 million over 3 rounds, and they were also backed by billionaires Peter Thiel and Christian Agermeyer. They also then raised an additional, I think, $225 million in an IPO on the NASDAQ. What does this patent mean? A lot of you are asking me that. Let me start with, they own the specific salt formation, BPL-003. They do not own 5-MeO DMT. Let me repeat, a large pharmaceutical company does not own 5-MeO DMT. They own a novel formulation of it. But what will be needed moving forward in order for this to, end up in anything real that the public will see? First, this still needs to go into phase 3 clinical studies. We're looking at probably about a 3-year phase 3 clinical trial. This is a much larger study than any of the previous ones. This is going to be a lot more participants. Obviously, a lot more things that can potentially go wrong. After the study is complete, they will then file their NDA with the FDA. That submission will go through. Atai Beckley was granted breakthrough therapy designation. So this does mean that they will get support through the process. They'll get additional resources. And I believe there's an expedited review time. I think they're looking at around a 6-month review time if everything is in place. And if it is approved, if 5-MeO DMT, or a salt form thereof, makes it through the FDA approval process, these treatments will likely first be available for people who suffer from treatment-resistant depression, as that is what the initial objective of these studies is. And further use will depend on the results of the open label extension study in terms of it being used for other conditions and then being prescribed or worked with off-label. But it is very unlikely that in any scenario this is something that is being prescribed in terms of something that will be sent home like ketamine. That will be very, very unlikely. However, there will in all likeliness be an attempt at a replication of the Spravato model, the form of ketamine that became a blockbuster drug just a few years ago, meaning it cleared $1 billion in annual revenue. And because of its short-acting duration, that is at least, I would say, the major shareholders and the companies involved, that is their anticipation that this will be somewhat like Spravato. I think anyone who really knows 5-MeO DMT knows that it's not going to be quite as simple as that. But we will see where it goes. Obviously, there's a lot of potential risks here. There's a lot of things that can go wrong with this medicine going into the hands of providers that may not truly understand the power and the significance and the potential risks and responsibilities that come with offering this particular molecule. But let's just take a moment and think about the other potentials and potentially the healing and growth that can come from this. I think there's some excitement as well as trepidation. And so let's remind ourselves this doesn't need to be either a bad or a good thing. Nuances is very appropriate here. This just simply something that is. And so let's see what happens. And let's hope for the best. Let's get education out there. Let's really inform the public around how important safety is and how important context and real support systems with this medicine is.